would you say there has been a positive response from the political players towards these electoral offences?
I thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Legislative speaking, the document, the Electoral Act we have today as it is constituted is very close to perfection. As my personal opinion, as a player too, it can, pass through a test of perfection to some extent. Look at what my colleague from Benin had just said. It is, in all ramifications, there are provisions to take care of the challenges we have in our electoral system. But unfortunately, and regrettably, the problem we have is implementation. We have deliberately, I would say, refused to implement this law. If you do, even a quarter of, acceding to what the law says, we will not have problem we're having in the system today. Politicians, the players, are deliberately bypassing these provisions.
How?
Okay. Now, 2022 amendment talks about beavers. How are we complying with it? Transmission of result, how are we complying with it? Somebody will just stay somewhere and result will just rain in like water. And there's no way to sieve it. And there are laws. Extant law are potent enough to sieve it. Deliberately, they refuse to sieve it. If they implement the provisions of the Electoral Act to the letter, things like this will not happen. Vote buying that I talk about, vote buying or influencing
or intimidation
is very, very common. Very, very common every place you go. It's not limited to a particular state. Everywhere. And somebody is up there trying to protect the criminals. Because they are on a mission. They are even paid to do it. They know them and they give them the results. So they will do everything to block the implementation of the law to their benefit. They want to persistently remain in office. And what they do to achieve that is to bypass these very beautiful provisions. When 2022 Electoral Act was passed, I celebrated. Looking at the theoretical aspect of it, our problem is a solution to our problems were here. Unfortunately, during the election, you notice that nothing has really happened, as if those amendments were not made. What we have to do much more is how do we implement our law. It's not even limited to Electoral Act. All other laws in this country. People are deliberately, bypassing the law. The judiciary is even not helping the matter. I told my friend, we were discussing recently, I said, the judiciary is losing it. I'm not very proud of what the judiciary is doing in Nigerian politics today. I'm not very proud. Because they are bypassing these laws. We don't have problem with the extant Electoral Act. What we have is about implementation. That is my own opinion.